15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club.
Not that was a dress, but I was like, no, I'm gonna look stupid. At the end of the day, you gotta know that you're a brand. I'm a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times.
Today, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are gonna say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him.
Williams didn't just throw shade. He blew the roof off the entire conversation. In a marathon interview lasting nearly 3 hours, he exposed things most people in Hollywood are too scared to even hint at. He didn't hold back on names either. His biggest target was Kevin Hart. Katt accused Kevin of being fake, driven solely by a hunger for influence, and even implied that the comedy superstar sacrificed his morals to reach the top. Insane, right? What began as a casual, funny discussion quickly spiraled into a full-scale revelation of Hollywood's hidden games, ego clashes, long-buried secrets, and personal payback. The interview peeled back layers that many prefer to keep sealed. So the real question remains: how did these two legendary black comedians go from publicly hyping each other up to becoming fierce rivals who refused to let anything slide?
Big Dick Deviance is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
So what is it that makes Katt Williams completely reject the superstar image everyone associates with Kevin Hart? To really understand it, we have to take a step back, because this feud didn't start overnight. For years, Kevin and Katt were seen as two very different forces in comedy. Kevin was the polished, Hollywood-approved favorite, clean, marketable, and embraced by major brands. Katt, on the other hand, was the raw, fearless comedian who said whatever he wanted, with no filter. Both dominated in their own lanes, but only one skyrocketed to extreme wealth and mainstream power. And if you listen to Katt Williams, he believes Kevin's rise wasn't fueled solely by talent and luck. According to him, something far bigger has been happening behind the curtain all along.
The reason I don't do Big Tigger is because I had a tumor in my upper jaw and they had to take it out, and they had to block the whole right of my sinus with a piece of metal. So ever since I got out the Marine Corps, I can only breathe out of one nostril, boy. I get my blood tested every 3 months for the last 15 years. All narcotic tests have come up 0.00%. I'm 44 years old, little Tigger. You look up my rap sheet. I have never had a DUI or a possession of anything, not even the I do every day. See, when you real, you can tell the truth about anything or anything.
When Katt argued that Kevin was willing to cross any line to stay successful, even if it meant abandoning his principles, he pointed to humiliating moments, hidden deals, quiet exchanges of power, and the shadowy side of show business, where following orders matters more than real talent. According to Katt, the masks in Hollywood were beginning to slip, and he wanted the world to understand that Kevin Hart was deeply connected to that hidden reality.
He said that, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts? And is that something that, you wouldn't do, for...
I definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. For me, I know what they are. They've yet to been challenged, so, I don't have to speak on them. I was asked to dribble a basketball on the talk show this morning.
You look good.
Not that was a dress, but I was like, no, I'm gonna look stupid. At the end of the day, you gotta know that you're a brand. Yeah. I'm a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times. When things happen that can possibly affect your brand, your brand can be diminished, and you don't want that to happen. So, protecting my brand is definitely.
This wasn't a minor insult. It was a bold attack that sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. And the beef between them didn't appear out of nowhere. It had been brewing for years. You can trace it back to 2018, When Katt first began calling out Hollywood for hand-picking celebrities and manufacturing fame instead of allowing true talent to rise on its own, naturally,
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Madea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
When Katt labeled Tiffany Haddish an industry-made star, Kevin Hart fired back during his appearance on The Breakfast Club. He called Katt a hypocrite, arguing that Katt sabotaged his own career by skipping shows, stirring up trouble, and blaming everyone but himself. Essentially, Kevin said, "It's not Hollywood's fault, it's yours." He roasted Katt live on air, and the internet quickly followed, portraying Katt as a resentful, bitter comedian rather than a truth-teller.
A conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress. This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in a trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in. The writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on and, what? Prostitute? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave, listen, we got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money. You know, the pressure comes in. He said, I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't even wear no dress to be funny. What am I, Milton Berle? You know, we're going like this. And then finally he's like, and he leaves. And then like the director comes, Dave, it really would be great if you wear the dress. And it was clear, I was adamant, I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine. Think of something else. That comes back 10 minutes later, the whole new scene. Hot damn, how did you write the scene so fast?
That moment made Katt look like a bitter, washed-up comedian, while Kevin appeared to be the hard-working, humble success story. But Katt didn't let that humiliation go unanswered. He faded from the spotlight for a while, only to return with a clear mission. Fast forward to 2024. Katt walks onto Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay set with a completely different energy. No loud antics, no jokes flying around. He speaks quietly, almost unnervingly calm, and the tension in the room is undeniable. This isn't comedy anymore, it's a statement. Katt claimed that Kevin Hart's rise to superstardom wasn't organic at all, but carefully and deliberately orchestrated behind the scenes.
And off making 85 milli. I was over here not making 85 million, but it's all good. I don't mind $1 million a month and keeping my soul. And as long as Richard Pryor was able to be the king of comedy and a crackhead, they gonna continue to say maybe I am. But again, I urge you, if there's a you can do that'll get you Katt Williams level, you should OD on it tonight.
Katt Williams set the internet on fire when he claimed that Hollywood doesn't reward real talent. It rewards those who follow the rules. In his view, Kevin Hart didn't rise to fame because he is the best comedian, but because he plays perfectly by the industry's playbook. One example Katt frequently points to is Kevin's past insistence that he would never wear a dress for a joke, saying he had a brand to protect. Fast forward to Kevin's Saturday Night Live appearance, and there he was in full drag, heels, wig, and the entire ensemble. Kevin laughed it off as harmless comedy, but Katt, along with many fans, saw something else entirely. To them, it looked like proof of Hollywood's so-called obedience test, similar to what Dave Chappelle allegedly faced years earlier when he was pressured to wear a dress for a sketch. Dave refused, later walking away from his show, which many viewed as evidence that he couldn't be controlled. Kevin, on the other hand, appeared to pass the test. Because of moments like this, Katt labeled Kevin Hollywood's puppet, arguing that compliance, not creativity, is what the industry truly rewards. Things became even more intense when Katt claimed Kevin was chosen to replace him. In the mid-2000s, Katt was at his peak, sold-out shows leading film roles and iconic comedy specials. Then came controversies, arrests, and damaging rumors that stalled his momentum. Around that same time, Kevin Hart surged into the spotlight. According to Katt, Kevin began receiving the same directors, the same opportunities, and the same level of attention that once belonged to him. Katt believes Hollywood wanted someone more controllable, and Kevin fit that mold perfectly. Fans quickly connected the dots online, turning the theory into a viral debate that dominated social media. Kevin is usually calm and low-key when controversy arises, but this time, insiders claimed he seriously considered filing a defamation lawsuit to protect his empire. At the same time, he fired back with sharp, witty remarks in interviews and on social media, subtly mocking comedians who blamed the industry for their own failures. One thing was clear: Kevin wasn't intimidated. He is wealthy, influential, and seemingly untouchable. The internet reacted instantly. Some praised Katt as a rare truth-teller, bold enough to say what others are afraid to admit. Others defended Kevin as a disciplined, hard-working artist who earned every bit of his success. Fans resurfaced old clips of Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, and Martin Lawrence discussing how Hollywood often punishes outspoken Black performers, sparking a deeper conversation. Soon, people began asking an uncomfortable question: why do the outspoken fall while the cautious rise? Katt didn't just accuse Kevin of selling out. He accused him of sacrificing his soul. He portrayed Kevin as a carefully manufactured product designed to serve Hollywood's interests. Kevin, however, sees himself as a visionary, turning comedy into global tours, blockbuster films, and major business ventures. To him, discipline is survival, not betrayal. This feud grew far beyond jokes or insults. It exposed the harsh reality of fame. Either you play the system, or the system replaces you. Kevin stayed publicly quiet, protecting his image. Katt kept speaking out, believing that silence equals defeat. Somewhere in the chaos lies the truth, one Hollywood would rather keep hidden. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this saga is far from over.